Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Grommet Live. This is my third show this week, and it has been so much fun. And we've had a lot of new people on this week, so it's been really fun getting to know so many of you guys. So if you are back here and new to us, thank you for being here. Let me just get everything cleaned up here. And if you have never been here before, this is Grommet Live. This is a weekly, actually, it's more than weekly now, but it is a live shopping series where we bring you the most innovative, clever, unique products anywhere, in my opinion. The Grommet does such a phenomenal job of seeking out those very cool inventions. And my favorite thing about Grommet is that they are so pro maker, pro inventor. That's what they're all about, is really sort of lifting up these smaller independent inventors and makers and giving them a chance at success in the marketplace. As you guys know, there are so many products out there between Amazon and Walmart, and I mean millions upon millions. And so how do you stand out? And so that is what Grommet is all about, is helping those makers who have these very clever products, getting it out there in front of people so people know about them and will buy them and will tell their friends. And so when Grommet was relaunched, which was actually just almost exactly a year ago that they launched their new platform, that was the vision, was let's get it out there, and let's do that by introducing not just the products themselves, but the people behind the products, and tell those stories. And so I feel so blessed that through Grommet and through Grommet Live, I get to help do that, because I am one of them. I am an independent inventor, and I have my own product line on HSN, but also in different other places as well. And so I know what it's like. And so the fact that I get to be here and to share the stories of so many other people who are doing what I also do is pretty special. And so thank you to all of you who come back week after week and day after day to be a part of this and to make all of these makers and inventors feel important and to let their stories be heard and their products be found. And we've got a lot going on inside the chat already. So thank you. I see Leslie here. Leslie was a special guest on last night with Greg and I with her phenomenal product, Twirly Tea. And we are bringing that back again tonight. So if you are not familiar with Twirly Tea, you're about to become familiar with it. It is one of the top selling products on Grommet of all time. So that's pretty exciting, and other places as well. So Leslie, thank you for being here. We've got Jessica, we've got Jada, we've got Ryan. Let's see. Hi, Jen, missed you yesterday. Guess what, Ryan? Jen is not here again. And actually, I have to be fully transparent with everybody. I am doing this one on my own. So you guys have to go a little easy on me, because Jen is moving her daughter into UVA, first year of college there. So she's off being busy mom, and Greg is off doing a bunch of other crazy projects and webinars and all kinds of things that he does. So today I'm on my own. So I'm doing the chat, I'm doing the QR codes, I'm doing it all. So go easy on me, but that is not to say don't chime in the chat, because if you've been here before, you know how I feel about it, you know how important it is, and you know how fun it is. That's where all the action happens, but that's also where the social media platform, so whether you're tuning in from LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're tuning in from, they're paying attention. And when they see activity going on in that chat, they start pushing it out to more and more and more people. And so that's when these makers get to be discovered. That's when the products can go from just, crickets to boom, skyrocketing. And that's our goal. So when you see something you like tonight, let us know. Put it in the chat. If you have a question, any question at all, put it in the chat. If you want to see a product closer, I may not always have the answer, but the great news is, and I'm already seeing many of the makers, right? In fact, Furs Opera just got on. Thanks, guys, for being here. If I don't have the answer, they do. And for the most part, I think most of our makers are going to be here tonight. So we will get your questions answered if you have them. And then, like every other night, we are doing our giveaways. So that is not any different. And to enter to win the giveaway, if you have not already, all you are going to do is use that QR code right there. So you're just going to get your phone out, take a picture of the QR code and enter. And then, because you are here live, as many of you know, we are now giving the people who are here live a second chance at winning. So we need to know that you're here, though. So if you have not chimed in the chat, please do that now. Let us know you're here. Say the word giveaway so that we can be tabulating that. And at about the halfway mark, in fact, we have 8 products we are presenting tonight. So after the 4th product, I'm going to be doing the first giveaway. And then at the very end, I'm going to do the second giveaway. So if you don't win the first one, there is still a chance. The other thing that's been kind of fun lately is when you guys are chiming in and letting me know which products you want to win. And we've been kind of, switching things up a little bit halfway through when we're seeing certain products getting a lot of attention. So we're paying attention to all of that. So definitely chime in the chat when you see something you like and let us know. I want to make sure I'm not missing it. Lots of highs, hellos, welcome back, all of that. So guys, thank you again for being here. This is a very special episode. This is game-changing Grommet. They are game-changing Grommet products, but they're game-changing gadgets from Grommet. And I actually was thinking about the word gadget, and I was thinking, how do we define that? Like when I look around at all the products that I'm about to show you, I'm thinking, is that technically a gadget? And then I started thinking, what technically is a gadget? So I would be curious if you guys have any thoughts on the word gadget, on how you would define it. At first I thought, is it a tech? Does it have to be tech? Does it have to be something electronic? And then I thought, no, I don't think it does. I think it's just something. And I then looked it up and I found like sort of the Webster's dictionary version of Grommet, or I keep saying Grommet, gadget. And what it says is a small device or tool with a particular, designed for a particular purpose that's both innovative and practical. Would we agree with that? I kind of do agree with that. That was the best definition that I could find, because there were some that did talk about it as being some electronic device, but I don't think that's the case. To me, it's like this small something that can kind of fit in your hand that's kind of game changing, that really changes the way you do things, and that was designed for a very particular purpose. And I think that is very true of every one of the products I'm about to show you. And they are game-changing products in my book. And I actually had this conversation with my mom. I was presenting all the products to her, and she kept saying, are you sure these are game-changing? That's a big word, Marcy. And one by one, as we went through them, sure enough, she said, actually, that is really game-changing. And so I'd be curious if you agree with that. I love them all. You guys let me know. But on that note, we are going to get started with our first product. And I'm going to start with the product that basically started that conversation with my mom and I, because I said, Mom, do I have a product for you? You are going to love this. This is going to change your life. And that's when she questions me and says, really, is it really going to change my life? This one, in my opinion, does. And let me pull up the product right now. Actually, for her, it does. I don't know if it does for everybody, but I can tell you that for her, it does. And right there, you're seeing a pair of glasses. But what this product is it's not the glasses, but it is the nose pads that keep those glasses secured on your nose or on your face so that they don't slip off. You're not getting those red marks that, are painful. But with my mom, who is much older now, she's 82, she wears glasses 24/7 basically. And when I go to pick her up to go do something, she'll come to the door and she's standing like this because the glasses have slipped down her nose and she can't, to be able to see through them, she ducks down with the glasses. And so her posture has started to do this. And so it's incredible how something so simple and silly could actually affect everything about her. So she's not standing tall. She's, hunched over, and that kind of just, I think, psychologically doesn't feel good. And she's not able to see as well out of her glasses. And it's just this constant struggle. She has bought lots of nose pads, but has not found one until now that really, really work. So when I saw this product on Grommet, it's by a company called Cetex, and I'll tell you what that means in just a second, but I couldn't wait to get these for her. And I hadn't tried them yet. I didn't know how well they worked or didn't. But boy, they have been trending at the top of Grommet since the moment they launched. They pretty positive they won product of the week out of the gate, and then it's just no looking back. So this is a product, solves a very simple problem, but does it in such a unique, clever, and brilliant way. In my opinion, it is absolutely a game-changing gadget. It's inspired by this guy right here, the gecko. And when I say that, the people who created it they were actually doing research and studying at Carnegie Mellon, and they were studying how it was that geckos are able to crawl up the wall and on the ceiling and not fall off. What is it about their feet that allow them to do that? And so, sure enough, what they discovered is that there are microscopic, tiny, tiny sort of suction cups, thousands of them on the feet of geckos. And so, I'm going to show you just up close on this pamphlet right here. See that right there? Those are what inspired these nose pads. And again, it's called Cetex. And Cetex, actually, that word it's the name of the fur on the toes of a gecko. Like the little hair-like fur on the toes of a gecko is Cetex. So that's where it came from. So this is what we're talking about. This is a little teeny tiny one. This is black. It also comes in clear. And it just dropped down here. Let me see if I can reach it. And so with my mom, we did clear, but the other thing is it comes in different thicknesses. So it comes in 0.6, let me get this right. 0.6 millimeters, 1.0 millimeter is the standard, and then 1.8 is the thickest. So the 0.6 is the ultra thin, and she tried them all because we wanted to know which one, kind of use her as a guinea pig a little bit. She ended up with the ultra thin clear, and that's what you're seeing here. So I'm going to put the black and the clear together. So that's the thick and that's the thin. And so you can see the difference there. So just depending on how loose your glasses are and what kind of fit you like, that's what you're going to go with. But they are incredible. And my mom has called me actually a couple times since then to tell me how much she loves them. And her glasses are staying put completely. They do not slip. They do not slide. They grip actually 250% better than if you had nothing on at all or a different brand. And when Cetex launched, which was, when was that? Not long ago. I think it was 2020. It took them all of 18 months to basically steal 40% of market share from all of the other nose pad companies that were out there. That's how good these are. You'd use them one time, and why would you ever buy a different one? So, as you know, maybe for many of you, nose pads are just something you've never thought about before or never considered, but it's a big issue. We got Bonnie in the house. Yay, another one of our makers. Stylish glasses, total game changer. Yes, 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 yes to everything in the chat. But if you've ever had a pair of glasses that slip and slide and don't stay put, you know what I'm talking about. It's a major deal for a lot of people. So hence the success of this company. It's been so fun to watch just on Grommet, how it is just at the top of the charts day after day after day. So I don't know if they're inside the chat or not. I don't think they are. Are they? But either way, you guys, job well done. And again, so these are the little packages that they come in. Now you can the Grommet is offering a couple different packages. You can either do a 5-pack, and that's what you're seeing right there. So typically it's going to be $13.99, and with the Grommet discount. And for those who aren't familiar with what that is, when you see that QR code right there, if you get your phone out and you click it, then that is what we call an upvote. You're not buying it. You're just saying, yes, that is a super cool product. So it's sort of like a thumbs up to the makers and to Grommet and letting us know you like it. But if you want to buy it, you are granted at that very second that you click it, a 20% discount that you can use now, you can use down the road. It goes into a file for you so you can access it anytime. But so again, it comes in these cute little containers so you don't lose them. This is the adult one. They also have some for kids, and the kids ones come in this container here. And with the 5-pack, as I said, it's $11.20. If you decide to get the 15-pack, it is going to be $23.20 for 15. Now, my mom has been using the pair she has on for over a week now, and we're seeing no end in sight as far as her needing to replace them. So I don't know how long they're intended to be used without replacing, but they stick on there like nobody's business. One of the things I love is that you don't even know they're there. When she's wearing them, I can't see anything. And that, again, that's the clear ultra thin. The one she was wearing before, the latest version, different brand, obviously, it was sort of nude skin color. So it was trying to match her skin, but it so did not match her skin. And they just, stuck out like a sore thumb. So it's so nice and refreshing to see her happy and standing tall and just feeling a little more confident with her glasses fitting properly and not moving constantly down her nose or many times sliding off completely. So I am curious if this is an issue for anybody else inside the chat. Be sure to get the Settex nose pads too. Yes, 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 girl. If you can find them, get them. Definitely need the nose pads. Yes, whether you wear sunglasses or readers or just regular glasses, this is a game-changing gadget completely. I really, really love it. So I was so excited to have them on because I just kept watching them do so well on Grommet. And when I knew I was going to do a gadget show, I thought, I think this is a gadget that I can talk about. And at that point, my mom hadn't even tried them, so I didn't, know how good they were, or if it was just a bunch of hype. But clearly, it is not just a bunch of hype. And this company is they're coming out with all different kinds of grippy type products, like I think for AirPods and different things, and they're all inspired by this guy, by the gecko. And so just it's that the miracle of those feet and all of those little micro teeny, teeny, tiny suction cups that are on their feet. And I want to say, even if you are, right now, this time of year, it is hot. And where we are, it is humid, and it's not typically so humid, but it is now. And it's, that problem is even worse in weather like that. But these work whether you are sweaty, oily, wet, they still work, just like a gecko can still climb a wall no matter what the weather is. So how cool is that? Just such a great story of how it was created and inspired and how it works, just sort of, basically copying nature as best as we can and being able to create products based on that. So I love that. The AirPod ones are awesome. Ryan, have you tried the AirPod one? Do you have those? I'm curious because I know that's a big issue of those slipping out. So I'm curious if they really do work as well as these nose pads, because these are foolproof as far as I'm concerned, and they're just so easy to use. You're just gonna, you basically peel the adhesive backing off, and you just secure them, with the same shape of the nose glasses, so you know which one goes on which, and that's it. And they stay put, and you look great, and you feel great, and that is a beautiful thing. Okay, we are going to move on to our next product. I had a list here. I think, because I'm on my own, I can go in whatever order I want. So that's kind of fun. I think I am going to move on because I just saw her in the chat, and she's one of my very favorite people, a fellow female innovator who I actually met years ago at the International Houseware Show in Chicago. I was actually showing there myself, and I happened to be put in a booth right next to her. I'm sure she doesn't remember me, but I was awe-inspired by her and her product, and she was just so much fun and had everybody laughing, but also had everybody with their jaws dropped watching the innovation of her product and how simple it is, and yet what a huge problem it solves and how beautifully it works in solving that problem. So the woman that I am talking about is none other than Bonnie Tyler. You guys may have met her before on Grommet Live. We've had her on a couple times, and the product that she has created is right here, and it is called the Neg. Love the name. She knows that. I love the name because it's her daughter, and my kids have words like this all the time, and I just love them, and I don't even correct them because it's so fun, the words that they come up with. But she thought when she would want an egg, she thought it was a neg, not an egg. And so she thought it was a neg, N-E-G-G. So that's stuck, and that's the name of the product. And let me show you it, and then I will do a little demo for you. But this is the Neg right here. And Bonnie was having the same problem that I have all the time. I'm a big egg fan. I will eat them every which way. I like them over easy. I like them scrambled, poached, you name it. But probably my favorite is hard boiled, because especially now I'm newly gluten-free. So I'm learning this whole gluten-free game, and I'm finding healthy snacks, things that I can eat when I'm on the go is just difficult. And so having hard boiled eggs always handy really helps with that, because it is that superfood that is so nutritious. It has everything you could possibly need to kind of fuel your body during the day. And so, but when I would make my hard-boiled eggs and then I would try to get the shells off, it took forever, and I would knock it and try to peel them, and it would just, the little pieces would come off, and then half of the egg white would come off with it. And by the time I was done, it was like if there is a Charlie Brown egg, that's what it was. And you know what I'm talking about if you like the peanuts. So that was the problem. So then when Bonnie's next to me at the Houseware Show, I'm just watching this and watching how easy it is for her to peel an egg using this. So it is just what seems like a very simple plastic container, but it is actually not simple at all. There is so much engineered into this very simple looking container, from a very slight little hourglass shape, which is really instrumental in having the shell come off all in one piece so easily. And then as you can see, there are these little eggs built into the side. And that's also instrumental in something that I'm going to show you during the demo. And then even how the bottom is shaped like that. So every part of this design is there for a reason. It's not just to look cute. It's there for a reason. And so she went onto YouTube trying to solve the problem, thinking there's got to be a solution for this. And she got inspired by what some of the big companies were doing and kind of took what they were doing and simplified it and sort of dumbed it down into this and used a 3D printer for her first few prototypes. And let me just show you how easy this is to do. Basically, you're going to get a little bit of water after you have hard-boiled your egg. And Bonnie has the best hard-boiled egg recipe on her website. So definitely go grab that. But in a nutshell, you are just going to boil the water first. That's one key. Once it's boiling, you're going to put your eggs in and set that timer for 11 minutes. And then when you take them out, you're going to put them directly into an ice bath. And then that's it. And that is a perfect egg every time. So go grab that or just remember that, and you'll be very happy when you make your hard-boiled eggs. So I'm going to pour water just to basically the yellow line right here. So you don't need much. And then I'm going to take my egg. I'm going to put it inside just like that. I put the lid on just like that. And then the fun begins, and I get to shake. And just in my very first couple shakes, I can feel that shell sort of softening. And so that's when you know it's doing its work just as it should. And then when I open it up and I take out the egg, it's just going to very easily, I'm going to spill the water all over, but look at how quick this shell comes off. Look at that, all in one. And look at how perfect my egg is. There is no egg white over here. This is just shell. And that is a perfect hard-boiled egg. And I would say, what do you think? That came off in, I don't know, 2 seconds? That's how easy. I used to spend minutes, lots of minutes, trying to do that. At least 10. Let's see. I haven't tried them yet, but I saw them the other day. Oh, okay. That was a different subject. Oh, I'm missing so much of the chat. Wow, so quick. Egg is my cousin's dog's name. That is funny. I've never heard that. Egg peeler thought I was the only one with this problem. Oh gosh, so many of us have this problem, but this is the answer to your prayers. This is going to solve it so quickly. And it does come in different colors. We've got a black, so the one you just saw, I did it in the yellow. Bonnie, am I right? Is this the bestseller, the red? I think you told me that was the bestseller. And then the white. And then I think it also comes in green, but I don't have the green. So let me know on that. Oh gosh. Oh, I missed a ton of chats. 12 eggs in 4 minutes. Is that right? Amazing. So think of Easter time. I mean, you've got to have an egg at Easter time. That's for sure. But we all should be eating more eggs. There was a time when they were trying to snow us and tell us that eggs, you can't eat too many. They're bad for you, cholesterol and all of that. Bunch of bull, in my opinion, from all the research I've done. And so I think it's the perfect snack. And especially now that I'm gluten-free, it's just sort of my BFF, the egg. I could do a commercial for eggs, that's for sure. And we have another maker I just put up a big heart and said, cool creation. Going to be introducing him to you guys in a little bit. And Jessica thinks, oh my God, this is brilliant. It's just, and Bonnie, thank you so much for being here again. You guys, if you missed the Women Invented Grommet Live that I did a while back, I can't encourage you enough to go back and watch it, because I got to have Bonnie on live with me. We did a really fun interview at the end of the show, and hearing her story, not only about creating it, but also, if you haven't already heard this, she was sales going through the roof. I mean, she's been so successful on Amazon, sales, ching, 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 ching. And then all of a sudden they stopped overnight and she couldn't figure out what was going on. And sure enough, as so often happens when you have a hit product, she had been knocked off and they had basically hijacked
Amazon, and they were taking all of her orders and basically sending out a subpar product, which true story, I actually bought one of them by accident, not knowing. And I'm here to tell you that it is not near the quality or the design of Bonnie's. So do not buy an egg. I mean, that's one of the things I love about Grommet. When you buy from Grommet, you absolutely know that you're getting the real one from the actual maker. And so that I can't encourage that enough. Do not let these counterfeiters win. And we had a guest on last night. She's in the chat right now. Leslie Miller had a similar situation with her product that you're going to see. So yes. Just make sure it's the real deal. And this is why I love being able to tell the maker stories, because I think that makes a difference when it comes to that. Does it have to be hard-boiled eggs? That's an interesting question. Bonnie, I'm going to let you take that, but I would have to say it does. I mean, I guess it doesn't, but it would be a big old mess, and you definitely wouldn't come out with a hard-boiled egg. But I think that was a fake question. I do. I used all of our images and videos. Oh yeah, Bonnie's chiming in on the counterfeit story. Yes, and that's, Bonnie, exactly what happened to Leslie as well, is they even took Bonnie's videos and images of her products, and they were using them on their site to generate sales. It's awful. It's really, really upsetting. And so I'm just on a quest to make sure that the people that actually create these products are the ones that are getting the sales, not only because they should get them because they work so hard, but also because the consumers that are buying them are not getting the right product. They're getting something that might look like it, but does it actually work like it? And 9 times out of 10, it does not, and it does not even come close. Leslie was showing me her product. It was broken half plastic. So then these makers are getting bad reviews on products that aren't even theirs. So the whole thing is a mess. And that's why Grommet to the rescue, I got to say. Okay, guys, we are going to move on because we have so many fun products tonight. All right, moving on to the next one is going to be, okay, we're going to do this one. And this one makes me a little bit nervous, which I'll tell you why in a minute. But I love this product because it is, again, this is talk about a gadget that is a game changer and that solves such a problem for so many of us. And this product solves the problem. Well, let me pull it up in the QR first before I tell you what it is. Let me find it. There it is. Okay, this is called Slit It, and it solves the problem of this bad boy right here. You guys know the drill, right? It's the clamshell, the blister pack, that thick plastic that is so stinking hard to get off. And we've all tried a million different ways to get this plastic off. And in all honesty, it's downright dangerous, in my opinion, because whether I'm using those big kitchen shears that, trying to get into it, and I'm ruining the shears when I do that. And then I'm also ruining the sort of instructions and, the branding and all of that when I do that. And then it never works anyway. Or maybe you're someone who uses a mat knife. And while that might kind of work, it's very, very dangerous. And we probably shouldn't be doing that. What else? How else do we try to do it? Well, the other way is just scissors and then trying to break it open with your hands. And that's when we get the cuts. So any which way you slice it, no pun intended, it's difficult and dangerous. And that was the inspiration for the Slit It product. Was a dad whose daughter was trying to open a package, got cut from the packaging, which is typically where the injuries happen, and it happens all the time. And she had to get stitches and the whole thing. And he was just thinking, there's got to be a better way. And so he came up with this. And this is the Slit It. And basically, it's just so simple. Again, super comfortable, easy to hold. All the different things I just told you, all the different ways that we try to open these packages, forget about those, because this has a blade built into it right there, and it's recessed. I want to show you that. So it's you can't cut yourself with the blade because it's tucked in here. But yet when you need to cut open a package like one of these guys, it makes it really easy. Now, I had a video that I wanted to show you guys, and it didn't get put up. Darn it. Well, what I wanted to say is because I've tried to demo it before, and it's hard because I'm trying to hold it up and demo it to the camera here. But really what you're supposed to do, just so you know, is the right way to do it is to put it down on the table and to kind of push it down. And then you take this when you're leveraging it and on the table, and you just get it started, and then it just slides along just like that. See that? And it just, boom, that easy. And that's how you open it without cutting yourself, without, hurting the instructions inside. You just literally run it along there. And this blade, I don't know what they did in the design and the engineering of it, but you can use it again and again and again. And it is so razor sharp that it cuts through even the thickest plastic. It's brilliantly done. And yet it's not going to injure you. So I want to say kids can use it, anybody can use it. But the other thing I love is it can be right hand, it can be left hand. You can do it push, you can do it pull. No matter what, it's going to have the same ease, and it just is going to solve that problem forever of getting those darn blister packs open. And Christmas morning, the kids can't wait to get into their toys and put those batteries in, and then you're bum, and you just sit there while we try to get into these things. This fixes all of that. And I love this so much. And the package that they're offering is a 2-pack. So let me go back to the chat there. So it's 2-pack like you're seeing there. This is the red, and it comes in this little guy right here, which we could probably use, but this is not difficult to get open. That would be weird if it was. So you do get 2 of them for the price that you're seeing there. So with that Grommet discount, it's down to $15 for 2 of them. And I actually think this is a fun little kind of, I want to say stocking stuffer, but really sort of a fun host or hostess gift to bring on, whether it's, any kind of holiday, anything where gifts are going to be opened. To bring someone one of these, I think is super fun, because it just, we all can relate to that being an issue during the holidays. But it's not just the holidays, it's year round. It's like these are becoming more and more common. For some reason, I thought it would go the other way, but I feel like I'm dealing with this all the time. Are you guys dealing with this all the time? Is it just me? I mean, I thought when I saw it, I was like, oh, thank goodness. Somebody solved it. So I want to thank you guys. I'm trying to see if you're in the chat. It's James. I'm hoping you're in here, but there's just so much going on in the chat. I don't know. Yay, slit it, says Ryan. Oh, it's party now. You guys are having so much fun. Yes, and someone else is chiming in. It is really dangerous. It really is. I mean, I feel like everybody has cut themselves some way, somehow. Again, typically you're cutting yourself on the packaging itself, but when you're using a mat knife or those, really sharp kitchen scissors or whatever it is you're using versus something like this, that's so lightweight, it never wears out. In fact, I think they have an unbreakable guarantee. This is not going to break. So this is that item that you have in that kitchen drawer that we all have in our house, where we keep all of the, those little gadgets that we need in a pinch. This is one of those, and it's a really, really good one. So pick one of those up, or at the very least, give them an upvote. Let them know if you think it's a great idea, because I can tell you it works great. You just need to tell us if you think it is a good idea, because also Grommet pays attention too and wants to know what products you guys are liking and all of that. So this upvoting system is really great for that. Helps everybody. I am going to do a quick reminder in case you just jumped on and you aren't familiar with the fact that we are doing 2 giveaways during this show. We have one coming up very soon, actually. I think I'm going to do one more product and then we're going to do a giveaway. But how do you enter that giveaway? Let me just show you right now. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. There's that QR code. So to enter to win, there is no purchase necessary. There is no catch to it. It really is me, Greg, and all of Grommet just and the makers just wanted to say thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting. Thank you for being here. And so we give 2 products away during every show. So you got to come back and keep trying if you don't win today. But again, we're going to do it twice. All you need to do is hit that QR code and then enter there. And because you're here live, you can get a second chance of winning. So just let us know that you're here, and that all gets tallied. You put the word giveaway into the chat. And then again, if you see a product that you're like, that's the one I want to win, let us know that inside the chat as well, because we are definitely paying attention to that. So what do you want to win so far, you guys? Because I have one coming up very soon. You got to let me know. Okay, let's see. I'm going to move on to, which one do I want to do now? I'm going to do this one. This is another this is another company that I met actually at the International Housewares Show. I have fallen in love with every product they come out with. In fact, we featured one more of their products here on Grommet not too long ago. Really, really smart product called 99. It's by a company called Nellie's. Who is familiar with Nellie's? I'm hoping everybody. They're pretty darn big now, and it's such a cool company. And the gentleman that kind of runs the show is James, and who's Nellie? You're probably wondering. Nellie is James' mom, and so that Nellie is the inspiration for everything that they come out with. And basically, from what I understand, Nellie was green before green was cool. Was the thing to do. And so she was way ahead of the game with all of that. And so really their mission, their goal with every product that they bring out is all environmentally friendly and helping the earth and getting rid of those plastic bottles any which way they can. And I cannot be any more supportive of that mission than I am. If you have seen the pictures of all of the water bottles in the middle of the ocean, and where do they go, and what, oh, it's so awful. And so when I find companies that are working hard to solve that, I'm all about it. So this is Nellie's right here. This is the product we're going to be featuring. The one that we did last time, again, was called 99. It is so cool. It basically uses electrolyzed water and salt to disinfect and basically clean and disinfect. It's sort of this device. I should have had it here just because I knew I was going to talk about it. But it works so well. And just with water and salt, who knew? And you can use it again and again and again. So got to check that out when you can. And because that is still on Grommet. And let me just pull up Dish Stick. It's called Dish Stick, this one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, this is so clever. And when I started using it, I fell in love with it instantly. So I love when a company really recognizes the products that everybody loves and they figure out ways to repurpose them. And Nellie's has done that with this product. It's called the Dish Stick, and it basically marries two of their best-selling, most successful products that they've ever done together to create the most brilliant, best way to clean your dishes by hand. So we all have those that, most of us have a dishwasher, and we put the easy stuff in there, but lots of times we have those that we need to do by hand. And how do you do them? And typically we have those clear plastic handhelds, and we change out the sponges and they get just gross and they fall off and they're just difficult. This solves that problem and is so nicely designed. So what it is it combines their very iconic dish soap. It's called dish butter, and it's sort of like a semi-solid, but it looks just like butter, actually. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And they've combined that ultra successful product with their iconic Forever brush. And so this is, the bristles are made of coconut and sisal, a mixed sisal, and they're very firm and do a very, very good job. And you don't need to change you can use the same brush head for about 6 months. That's how long it lasts. And it's just the right density to really get the hardest stuff off of the dishes. This is the thing that you want to use. So now that they've combined this, which is basically a newly shaped dish butter right there. And when you get it, if you were to open it up when you got it, inside what you would find is that it is preloaded with the dish butter. So that's this guy right here. Okay, so that goes there, but it's preloaded for you and it fits right in there. And so once it's in here, then this guy just screws on top. And this is bamboo, so it's very, very quality. And when you have it in your kitchen, it actually looks very classy and sophisticated. It just sits on the counter like that. So it's very clean looking. And to dispense the dish butter, you just turn the bottom and up comes the butter. And the butter is very concentrated and goes a very long way. So it does last a long time. You don't want to use too much because you don't need a whole lot. And what they've determined is with this dish stick, if every household had one, we would be saving about 50 of those plastic dish soap bottles per year per household. So, again, accomplishing the mission that is Nellie, which is so great. So I just love this. I think it is very cleverly done, and it is just, all of her products are so kind of just sophisticated, all natural, eco-friendly. It's a fantastic brand. And again, every product that I've tried of Nellie's, and the very first one I tried was their dryer balls, Still love those. Their dish soap, their laundry detergent, so many things. But this is their new innovation, and I have no doubt it's going to be a huge, huge hit. So what are you getting? You are getting the stick that you're seeing right here. As I said, it is preloaded, and then you're going to get 2 refills with it. So it comes in this box. The refills are in here. This is right here, just like that. And the other cool thing is they have a subscription service. So if you just don't want to have to think about having to reorder, you can set it up so that it gets delivered at, just the right times. The dish butter, in case anybody has questions about that, the dish butter is made out of coconut. It's made out of lots of different all natural things, but coconut is the main ingredient. And then one of my favorite ingredients is the scent that is lemongrass. I love the scent of lemongrass. And so that is in there. So it does smell really good too. And smells just so clean, and it's just what you want in your kitchen, or at least what I want in my kitchen. So any questions on that? Let's see. Oh my goodness, lots going on. Yay to no plastic. All that plastic washes up on beaches and the wildlife eats it. It is so sad. It really is. And yes, you are right. And thank you for bringing that up. And that's why I love Nellie's so much. And so many of the products on Grommet, I know that they actively search for products like that, which I love. So you'll find a lot of that on Grommet. And this is just one of the brands that really does it in such a fantastic way. Okay, let's see what else. Yes, she is, Jessica. This is cool. Oh my gosh, love that stick. Yes, dish stick. So many great comments, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think we're going to do a giveaway. I think I'm going to take a little breath and do a giveaway. So this is your time, guys. Has anybody put in the chat what they're interested in winning so far? I'm going to think while you guys let me know. Oh, lemongrass smells amazing, doesn't it? It really, really does. And people are saying, tell Nellie we said thank you. Someone else is saying, yes, thank you, Nellie. So if you are listening to us, Nellie, we're all thanking you. You're doing good things. We love your products. Okay. I think I know what I am going to be giving away. I think I'm just checking the chat to see if anybody has chimed in with what I think we have some people wanting Nellie's actually. Okay. I want dish stick. Oh, okay, guys. And so, you know what? You swayed me because I was a little, usually before I think I know what I'm going to give away. For some reason, this one I hadn't picked it yet. So you guys are calling it. So we are going to do a Nellie's dish stick giveaway, and Jen is chimed. Let's see, who is our winner? Okay, the winner is, I'm not sure if she's in the chat. It is Kristen Bunn. Kristen Bunn, congratulations. You are the winner of Nellie's dish stick. You are going to love it. I love it. I got actually, I didn't throw them away yet, but I should, and I will. But they're under my sink because now I just have this, and that's it up on top of my sink, and I love it. And I did get rid of the plastic handle scrubber because this works so much better, and it looks so much better, and it makes you feel so much better because you're doing it all the right ways. So, okay, congratulations to Kristen Bunn. And if you did not win, which most of you did not, 99.9% of you did not, there's still chance. We are going to do one more giveaway at the very end. So keep letting me know which products you like, and we will go from there. Okay, I'm going to move on. The next product, I'm going to move on over to Leslie because Leslie is in the chat now, and I don't know if she can stay the whole time. I hope she can, but I am such a fan of Leslie, just who she is. In fact, I got to be on sort of a Zoom call with her after the show last night, and I could have stayed on all night. We were laughing, and she is just funny, but we're so much alike with our brains, and as far as coming up with ideas and, solving problems and inventions and all of that. So it's so fun to talk shop with someone that is like you in that way. And so that was a ton of fun. And she showed me a new innovation that she has coming out that I think is very, very cool. But this innovation is one that she designed. And I said this last night as well. I don't think she had any idea how successful this product was going to be. I don't think anybody did. In fact, even when Grommet launched it, they didn't know. And most of the people were men that were looking at the products at the time. So I think they really didn't know. And before we knew it, it launched. I think it was product of the week. And Greg let us know last night that it is in the top 15 products of all time on Grommet. And that is her product, which is, I'm going to hold up, Twirly Tea. Let me get it going in the QR code. If you're not familiar with Twirly Tea, I'm just curious what you think it is. Like, what is it? I could see being stumped on that, but you're about to find out. There it is right there. So what Twirly Tea is it is basically the most affordable, simple way to completely expand your wardrobe and not get rid of things that you were maybe thinking about getting rid of. So if you can think about any t-shirt that you have that is oversized or boxy, and it doesn't have to be just a t-shirt, but when I used it for the first time, for me, it's at the gym when I'm wearing these kind of baggy gym clothes. And as I start working out, I'm wishing that they weren't hanging all over me. And so I tie them in knots and try to keep them, kind of secure, but that I'm not good at doing that. And they always seem to fall out. Well, when I first discovered this, I brought one with me to the gym, used it for the first time. It was so quick and easy to do. I fell in love, and then your mind starts going of all the different other shirts you can do it with, and so it has taken off in such a big way, not only on Grommet but on some of the big websites. And so much like Bonnie, Leslie's product got knocked off, got hijacked by over 30 different counterfeiters, and she has been working diligently one by one to basically knock them all out, and got the IP protection that she needed to be able to do that. So congratulations. In fact, as of, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, she got the trademark. And so she was waiting on that. And that's a big deal in this world. And so I'm super excited for her. But during that time when this was all happening and she had to kind of put the brakes on her company because of it, there was a little bit of a silver lining, because it did cause her, kind of light a fire under her, to redesign and remanufacture. And in doing that, the product that this is the old product, and you're not going to be able to tell probably on camera the difference, but you can tell if you're holding it. This was done with 3D printer, and this is manufactured. It's sort of like I want to say silicone, but I think it is a flexible TPU material. So there's a lot of pliability, bendability to it, which makes it even so much easier to use. It's never going to break. And then it has more of a grip to it as well. So whatever you're tying with your Twirly Tea, it's going to be easier to do, and then it's going to stay better as well. Does she ballet so we can call her Twirly? She needs a Twirly Tea. IP protection is the most important protection. Think about it. Very funny. And again, I'm so sad that my videos, let me see if I can pull it in here. I have a video that I want to show you guys so you can see exactly how, here it is. Yay. Hold on a minute here. There it is. Okay, it's coming up. Here we go. There. Make it bigger if I can. Whoop. That's what, oh gosh. Oh, because I need to get rid of the QR code. That helps. And then it goes bigger. So you can see all the different ways that you can twirl your t-shirt. And just by doing that, it takes all of those shirts that you have that may not fit so well anymore. Maybe you were pregnant, or maybe you lost weight, or whatever it is, and you're thinking about getting rid of them. And by using this, it just tucks you and cinches you in all the right places. So suddenly something that was so boxy all of a sudden becomes so much more flattering, and actually you feel a little more slender in it. It's just sort of reimagining your wardrobe. And that's what happened to me. I tried it the one time at the gym, and then I thought, oh, I'm going to try it on that shirt. I'm going to try it on that. I'm one that I don't necessarily love all the roses and the bows and the different kind of girly designs that you can do. I appreciate them, and I know there's lots of people that love them, but I want it to just cinch, and I just want the shirt to fit me and be more flattering. And so she's got tutorial videos. So what you get is you will get one of these, and then it comes in this cute package. There is a QR code, and you click that QR code and it takes you right to her tutorial videos that show you how to use them. The one that I like is the tuck. And so basically when you use it that way, it just looks like that perfect fashionable tuck that is so flattering without when I do that without the Twirly tea, it comes out all the time. It never looks quite right. This is perfection. So I'm in love with these guys. And when you look at that QR code, it's less than $9 for you to sort of redo your wardrobe and expand, your possibilities of what you wear every day with this. And so that's why it's done so well, is everybody looks at that and goes, oh my gosh, I can pick it up for under $10 and be able to have all different new ways to style myself and look better and feel more confident and all of that. So Leslie, I'm in love with your product, as you know, and I'm in love with you and just so happy for your success. And now that you've got almost all of this counterfeiting out of the way, it's time for you to just soar. And I know that you will in such a big way. You already are here on Grommet, and that's going to continue, no doubt. We were talking about how exciting Q4 is going to be for Leslie, because, I mean, can you think of a better stocking stuffer? So you guys grab a few of these at that Grommet discount, that 20% off. So it is $8.80. And this is that item that you have also, like, just in a pinch when you want to grab something. Maybe you're going to lunch with all your girlfriends and you want to bring a little something. This is perfect. And it comes in different colors. This is the clear here. This is the pink. I don't know. The pink doesn't show up very well on my camera, but it's a really pretty sort of soft pink. And these are the only two I have right now. Leslie, can you let me know in the chat if there are other colors on Grommet that I might not be thinking of? You can really style this in a multitude of ways. Absolutely. Yes, Leslie, you will soar. Absolutely. It's going to be so exciting. It really is. And we were talking about her marketing and, what's the right way to do it. And, do you pay for ads? And what I said to her is, I feel like this is that product that is just such a grassroots, organic marketing, because once people use it, they want to show you what they've done using it and how it's changed everything for them. And so I just see it snowballing. And I think that is partially why it's been so successful, is people are just so excited about it, because it's so simple, yet such a great problem solver and fashion fixer. So fantastic job, Leslie. She says black is coming soon. Oh, I didn't even thought about black. That'd be kind of cool, actually. And you really don't see it so much, or at least the way I've used it, you're not seeing it. That's why, I think the first one was clear, with that thought that you don't want to see it. You want to see the outfit. But it's just fun to keep coming out with new colors and all of that. So very exciting. Congratulations to Leslie on all of her success. And it is definitely a game-changing gadget, if there ever was one. Okay, we're going to move on to a product that I love, and I'm going to talk about this product a little differently than I have in the past. I have featured it before, but I've talked about it in a non-traditional way, because when it showed up at my door, I wasn't actually sure. For some reason, I wasn't alerted about it ahead of time, and it was very late at night, and so kind of just used my imagination with it in terms of how to use it and what it was for. And that product, let me get the QR code up. And then I later learned what the real way you're supposed to use it. And the truth is, I love both ways equally, because I had, I sort of invented something that you can do with this. This is called the Fur Zapper. And here it is right here. This is a wildly successful product. So I was embarrassed to say that I hadn't heard of it when it showed up at my door. I hadn't seen it before, I hadn't heard of it. So that's why I used my imagination. But this is very, very successful. They have sold so many of these. It was a Shark Tank product. And I believe, are you guys here in the chat? Let's see. Fur Zapper, are you here? I thought I saw you earlier. You let me know. Michael and Harry are a two-man inventor team. And I believe they launched on Shark Tank anyway in 2021, and did do a deal with Lori. I think they went for $600,000 for 15% of their company. I'm not sure if they're still working with Lori or what happened to that, but I know that it was a big hit on Shark Tank and then beyond. I think it was featured on the Rachel Ray show. So, basically you get the idea. So when it showed up, I would be curious, if you didn't know what it was, what you would think it is and how you would use it. But what I'm going to start by telling you the way I thought you're supposed to use it. And then I want to tell you the real way that they use it, because it's super, super smart and it really works. I finally got to try it that way and was kind of blown away. So I can't wait to tell you about that. But again, this is the fur zapper. I thought that you're supposed to hold it like this. And, just the name told me this gets rid of fur. And my house has a lot of it. I have a black lab that sheds like nobody's business. But my biggest problem was that that black fur was going into basically the seam in the stairs and along the baseboards everywhere, and I could never get it out. When I saw this, I thought that's what that's for, because it's a very sort of a sticky kind of silicone feeling product. And so I thought it's definitely going to grab that fur. And so I did this and I kind of went along my baseboards, and it was like a vacuum. It just sucked it up. Something about the material, the stickiness on here, it's like just a magnet for fur. And so that's how I was using it until I finally learned the way you're really supposed to use it and how they designed it. And so these are designed to actually go inside of your washer and inside of your dryer. Now, I've got two of them here, and the idea here is that depending on the number of pets that you have, that's kind of the number that you want to get. They're saying that one per pet is about right. These are reusable, self-cleaning, which I'm going to get to in a second, but you can use it again and again and again, and you're just going to rinse it underwater and be good to go. But it really is self-cleaning because these are going through the washing machine and then the dryer. So what they're designed to do is whatever that is, the formula that they've created here is designed to really suck that fur, like I was saying. So pull it off of the clothes in the washer. And then when that wash drains, they just wash that fur, just washes down the drain. Then you put your clothes into the dryer. This goes into the dryer, and then it continues that same process in the dryer. So again, it's pulling the fur off of the clothes, but then it's going into that lint basket of the dryer. And so your lint basket might fill up a little quicker because it does the job. And I did finally get to try it in that way. Wow. Because I guess I didn't even really think about it until I tried this, where I'm just so used to all the fur, I guess. But even though I've washed and dried my clothes, I pull them out and I'm still having to, depending on the color of the clothes, having to pull some of the fur off. It just doesn't all get done in the wash and dry unless you have this. So when my clothes came out, when I used this, there was no fur on them. So it really does sort of that magnet pull that fur, and then it goes down into the lint or down the drain of the washer. So I love that it's actually for both. I was thinking, at first I was thinking it must be just the dryer, the washer, I couldn't wrap my head around how that would work, but it certainly does. And I did pull a video. Let me see if I can grab it real quick, because it's, you'll see in just a second. Oh yeah, there it is. And there it was. There it comes. Okay, here we go.
Fur from any fabric. Fur Zapper grabs the fur, pulls it from the clothing.
So yeah, if you can see it there, it is really just, and again, that's sort of an animation, but I love it because it does show the way it works. I'm going to show you one more time. So you're seeing it, that's in the dryer. It's just kind of tossing around and grabbing the fur. And then you're seeing that lint basket there. It's then depositing that into the lint basket. And it's just magical how it works, in all honesty. And the question that I had in my mind was, isn't it going to stick to my clothes? Because there is a tackiness to it. And so how does it know to grab the fur, but not the clothes? I don't know, but it does. That's what happens. It's really amazing. So as simple as this is, again, I defined it as a gadget. It can be held in your hand, which this can, and it's designed for a very specific purpose and is innovative and practical and solves a problem in making our lives easier. And so this certainly does in my household. Does anybody have a fur zapper? Ryan loves the fur zapper. Jessica says yes, yes, yes. I'm curious because I felt like I was oh my gosh, lots. Oh, I missed all this. You are in here, Fur Zapper. Michael and Harry. Hello, all. Please feel free to ask us any questions. I got it. What else have I missed? Wow, amazing product. Any questions, you guys? Because it's so clever. It's so magical how it works. And again, the fact that I didn't know of this product, I'm embarrassed about that. So I'm curious if you guys have used it or not, because this is, if anybody has a pet, whether it's a dog or a cat or anything, this is a no-brainer. We all need one of these. And the fact, look at the price. For just over $10, you're getting 2 of these that you use again and again and again, and they self-clean. It is such a no-brainer. Again, I know Christmas isn't here yet, but anyone, if you have a pet lover in your life, what an easy gift, what a stocking stuffer, you name it. But any time of year, what an easy gift for a pet lover, but what a necessity for your own household. And cars too. I mean, I know, guys, that this is not intended for all that. It's really for the washer and dryer, but my mind constantly goes to all the places that I have fur that I just want to take this and just go, because my gosh, so much better than a lint roller or anything else I can think of. Really, it's what you've designed is brilliant. It's not so sticky like glue, so it won't stick to the clothing. Right. Such a deal. It is such a deal, really is. And Jessica says it is magic. Yeah, so it's just that perfect tackiness that it just, fur loves it, clothes do not love it. So that's a wonderful thing. Okay, and guys, thanks for being here in the chat for Zapper. I love it. All right, we are going to move on to, what do we have? Oh gosh, I'm not sure if he is here. Noel, are you in the chat? Thank you everyone for the support. They're saying, thank you for creating something that is going to make all of our lives, or does make all of our lives so much easier. Okay. I don't know if Noel, I don't think I've seen Noel in the chat. Noel is the gentleman that created this next product that is maybe a little larger than a gadget, but if ever there was a garden gadget that we all need, it is this one that Noel has created right here. I'm going to get rid of that. Get the new QR code up. There it is. Okay, this is called the Cobra Head Cultivator and Weeder. I said it the other way before, weeder and cultivator. Either way, it cultivates and it weeds. And the reason that it is called a cobra head, I'm sure you could guess the shape of that, and wait till you see the blade on it. If I can get, it is a sharp blade. So they do have this silicone protector on it, which is great. But look at that. If that, doesn't that look just like a cobra head? So that is the impetus for the name for sure. It is so brilliant. And if you go online to YouTube or anywhere else, and you are a follower of any of those gardener gurus that are out there, the people that are the real professional gardeners, every single gardener knows about, uses, has the Cobra Head. This is the most versatile, most durable gardening tool that there is. And this is another one, I had not heard of it before. I love to garden. I'm not great at gardening, but I do love to garden. Really fun for me. Now, I do have back issues, so gardening has become more difficult, even though I don't do big gardening, but you still have to get down in there and you got to pull the weeds out. And sometimes I want to replant things and those roots get so strong in there. The soil where I live has a lot of clay and it's very compacted, so it's difficult to get in there. And so when this came, I was super excited to try it and to just, is it really all that? There's a lot of hype about this guy. And right away, I was sold because I do have that thick, that really dense clay that is so hard to, I have just a garden shovel that I was using and I could just, I should have had a hammer doing it, but this got right in there. And the way this is just so perfectly designed and engineered to be able to, it's almost like, they call this like a steel fingernail almost, because you feel like you have that much precision as if you're doing it with your own nail. And this handle is this is, again, ergonomically designed, so sturdy. It feels like it's an extension of your arm as you're using it. So the power and the strength that you have, the leverage that you have when you're holding this, you will be amazed at what you can do in the garden. Roots that you didn't ever think you could pull, weeds that you couldn't get out, holes that you couldn't dig, transplanting plants that I would always think that at some point that I had to hire a gardener to do. That was one thing I couldn't do myself because I did have to get all those roots out to be able to transplant. Now I can do it with this. So it gives you that strength that you need when you're gardening, or that you would appreciate having when you're gardening. And then some of the more sort of not so strength intensive things that you can also do with this is I didn't realize this was how they market it, but they do market it that way too. But it was just, I used it this way when I put seeds in the ground, basically just digging that perfect, just the way that is shaped is perfect for just creating those rows to put the seeds in. And I'm sure there's terminology I should be using for that I don't know, but every which way I went to use it, it was just like that one perfect tool that no gardener should be without, because you can use it for so many different things and it works so well for so many different things. And it's so well made. I saw somebody talking about it, doing a rave review on it. He'd had it for 10 years already and said it still looks like new. And they're using, dirty and all that, but this is a tempered forged steel. So this is going nowhere. I read somewhere that it was over 100 years. This is known as the best blade for gardening. 100 years. And then I think it was built into this tool, obviously later than that. But if you go anywhere and read reviews about the Cobra Head, in fact, I saw over 3,000, almost all 5-star reviews for this. So if you are a gardener and if you have any trouble in the garden at all, which we all do, you got to have this. And with the Grommet discount, it is $23.96. Normally, what is that? $29.95. So I love that price point for me, but I also love it as a gardening gift. So another just great, who that gardens wouldn't want this? Makes everybody's life so much easier. Do we have any gardeners in the house? Let's see. Cobra. The Cobra is back. Yes, it is. Who's a gardener? Am I the only one? This is a game changer for me, because I was kind of giving up on gardening with my back, although I'm determined my back is going to be better soon with all the Grommet products I have. In fact, I've got one that I'm using right now. True. We featured this last night. It sits right in my lumbar spine behind my back. Anyway, so that is the Cobra Head. Awesome product. I'm so thrilled to be able to present that to you guys, because I know even if I don't have gardeners here tonight, I know on Grommet we do have a lot of gardeners. Let's see. Oh gosh, cannot forget, I saved the simplest but yet one of the best gadgets for last. Best problem solvers. And I don't know if everybody has this problem. Please let me know if you do or if you don't. But the house that I live in is on the older side. It's sort of a, funky beach cottage kind of a house. And so many of our plugs are loose. And when I say that, what I mean is when I try, if I've got those sort of any tech out charger, anything like that I have, when I put it in our outlets, they fall right out. So if there's any weight to the plug at all, they fall out. So many loose plugs in my house. And I just had gotten used to it and didn't think anything of it. And I just keep going back and figuring ways to kind of prop something up there to keep the plug in. And that just became a way of life for me. And when this guy came along, let me get the QR code up. This is called Snug Plug, which I think is a fantastic name for it, because it just says what it is. And yet it's a fun little name for it too. When this came along, I thought, oh my God, there is a solution for this. Because in my mind, I was thinking we're going to have to replace pretty much every outlet in our house. I did a little research to find out what would that cost to replace every outlet in our house. On average, it's between $80 and $150 to hire someone to change those out per outlet. So that was not going to happen. This was the answer to my prayers. Wait till you see how simple the Snug Plug is and what an amazing job it does. So here it is. This is a card, and I took one of them out, but it's got 10 of them. And as simple as it is, I know there were lots and lots of redesigns and prototypes to get it just right. They did a great job with it because it's perfection now. And so this little guy just fits right into your outlet, just slides right in there, and instantly it creates a better electric connection with whatever it is that you're putting in there. So if you have something that, kind of glitches and sparks and that kind of thing, this is going to take care of that. But more important for me is this is going to keep those prongs secured into the outlet without falling out. So my hairdryer would fall out, my vacuum would fall out, so many things. This so quickly and easily took care of it all. Now, I also travel a lot. And when I go to the airports, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the outlets at the airports are terrible. They're almost none of them work anymore. I think they have no plans of ever changing them out. So what they need, and guys, if you're in here, Snug Plug, you need, if you haven't already, oh, there he is. Salem's right there. It's great for renters traveling at airports, hotels, cafes. Those are all the places where loose, what is it? Loose outlets at all the places that Salem just mentioned. It's so true. And renters, you don't want to spend the money to, to change them out. And so how nice that for $8.80, you get 10 of these guys. And so 10 different outlets can be made to be a lot more secure. One thing that they do a great job of pointing out is the fact that these really are only designed though for loose plugs. Because I could see how people would think, oh, I'm going to put those in all of my outlets and just have this better electric connection. Ryan is saying, I hate the airport chargers, right? Aren't they? They're terrible. None of them work. And I bring sort of a hefty charger that can charge a bunch of my devices at once. And because of that, it's heavier than normal. And there is no outlet at the airports that can handle it on its own. So like I said, I'll wedge something underneath it to hold it up there so I can get that. But instead, now I can just have these with me when I travel. And so no matter where I am, no matter what hotel or airport has those loose outlets, this is my problem solver. And this particular package is glow in the dark. I wasn't sure about that before, but they are glow in the dark. I think they have them not glow in the dark too. Am I right about that, Salem? So you get 10 of them, you guys, for just over $8. No brainer. I mean, really, really clever product. And there's a couple different options. Let me just make sure I have it all right. I had it here. Where is my snug plug note? Let's see if I can find it here. Because I think it's a 10 pack and then they also do a 25 pack. Oh, I've got to find it. I just wrote it down. Maybe, oh, there. Salem, you can let me know too. And we have clear also. Yes, there's a 10 pack. And then there is also the 25 pack. And the 25 pack, I believe, is $20, just over $20 for 25 of them. So depending, oh, there we go. 10 clear, 10 glow, 25 clear, 25 glow. So those are the different configurations. And they work like a charm. I can vouch for them 100%. And I know I am not the only one that thinks that, because if you look at the reviews elsewhere, over 10,000 5-star reviews, almost all 5-star reviews. There's always somebody that likes to mess that up, but you get the idea when you see that many, 10,000. And so I was thinking, is it just me that has this problem? Because I've never talked about it before. And when I saw all those reviews, I went, oh my gosh, this is a rampant problem. And the truth is, it's not just older places and older homes. It many times can depend on how things were installed. Even if it was just installed yesterday, that outlets can be loose straight out of the gate. So I'm sure everybody on here can relate to the problem that I'm talking about. And Snug Plug has just done, it is Salem and Joel. I don't know if Joel's here also, but you guys hit it out of the park. And they're just friends that were having this issue and kind of joking about it, and just together said, let's solve it. And so it took them lots of years and lots of prototypes and re-engineering, and they finally launched it. And I'm so glad they did, because it's made my life so much easier. Really, really. And I know so many other people as well. So well done, you guys. Thank you. And thank you for being here. And with that, I know we went over a little bit. I just love talking about these products so much. And when the makers are here and the chat is going, that's just what happens. So we did go over a little bit, but I still want to do the giveaway. We cannot forget that. And so with that, anybody else want to chime in and let me know what product they want to win? Anyone? Okay, I am going to give away these guys, the nose pads. I love them so much, and they are such a game. Everything here is a game changer, but if you need them, anyway, I love them. So I'm giving them away because I've just been talking about them like crazy to so many people. Okay, so let me see who it is. Okay. I was reading last night's. Okay, there it is. All right, the winner of the nose pads, the Cetex nose pads, is Judy Upton. Judy Upton, I don't think I have seen. Oh, no, I do think I saw Judy Upton earlier. So she is inside the chat. Awesome. Congratulations, Judy. And our producer, Jen, will be reaching out to you to find out if you want the clear or the black, and if you want the ultra thin, the standard, or the thick. And so you let us know and we will get that out to you right away. And you guys, thank you for making tonight so much fun and the chat so much fun. And makers, thank you for making. Thank you for making all of these awesome, awesome products. And Grommet, thank you for giving me the best opportunity in the world to tell the world about all of these makers and products. I feel so blessed. And I am going to be back here next week on Wednesday night with Greg. The two of us are going to be unveiling, I think, 7 new product launches that launched on Grommet this week. There are some phenomenal ones. In fact, I just saw one of my fellow female innovators is at the top of the trending right now. So that's super exciting. So if you haven't seen all the new product launches, go check them out on thegrommet.com. Every Thursday, they launch 20, 25 new products. So it's super fun to vote for them all and see who wins product of the week. And everybody, I want to wish you guys a wonderful evening, a fantastic weekend. If I don't get to see all of you before that, which I don't think I will. And then I will see you guys back here next Wednesday night, same time, same place. Actually, it's different time because today we did it earlier, but typically it is 6 o'clock on the West Coast and 9 o'clock on the East Coast. So